Okay, so this video is in response to a question that I've received from a lot of you guys. And that question is, when will the meme coins finally take off? Now, it's very possible that if Bitcoin manages to close above this 110,000 area on a monthly candle and then continues to pump up to 120, 130, 140,000, it is very possible that we could also get a pump with the meme coins. But it would not be that life-changing pump that we're all looking for. As far as that life-changing pump, I strongly believe that, as a matter of fact, I think I know this. We won't get that significant life-changing pump until Bitcoin crashes significantly. So to answer your question, simply put, we will get that significant pump in the meme coins either at some point during Bitcoin's crash or shortly thereafter. So yes, at some point during Bitcoin's crash, the meme coins will take off significantly. Now, I'm speaking from experience here, because back in 2017, as I've shared with you guys already, I remember while Bitcoin was pumping up to the 19,000 area, several of the coins were just stagnant. They weren't doing anything, which is pretty similar to what many of the coins, the blue chips and other coins are doing right now. They're just stagnant. And it was the exact same thing in 2017. But after Bitcoin had crashed, several of these coins just took off and created all-time highs. They went up significantly, guys. And history repeats itself, That's the exact same thing that's going to occur. And there's also a reason for this as well. And that's because currently, Bitcoin is in a spotlight. Everyone's talking about Bitcoin. It's in mainstream media. They're hardly speaking about other coins. So Bitcoin is taking up all of the attention and quite literally sucking the life out of the other coins. You see, it's sucking up all the dominance from out of the markets, sucking up all of the liquidity. And until it crashes, I'm telling you the truth, none of these coins, whether it's blue chips or memes, they won't thrive significantly. And you guys have seen it for the past couple of weeks and months, going all the way back until 2023, I think. As long as Bitcoin continues to progress in this way and hold these levels, coins like XRP, and as you guys have seen for yourself, and Ethereum, they look as if they're going to take off, only to crash and fall back even lower. So they're stagnant. And why do you think that is? Bitcoin's owning all of the attention. It's holding all of the market dominance and sucking the life out of these coins. But as far as the blue chips, the only way that I see that they could thrive a little is if Bitcoin manages to pump up to, let's say, the 140,000, 150,000 area, and then it pulls back down to like 130, 120, and have a consolidation for a period of time so that the liquidity can shift back to these other coins, back to the blue chips. That's the only way that I see that they could thrive for a while. But otherwise, they will continue to be stagnant unless, of course, Bitcoin crashes significantly. Unless Bitcoin crashes significantly, guys, there won't be any type of wealth transfer, not in the way that we're expecting and looking for it. So yes, at some point, I'm expecting Bitcoin to crash all the way back down to the 50K, 49K, 50K area. And then either at that point, the memes will start to take off, or at the 20K area, either at the 49 or the 50, whichever level it will be. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that the memes will take off either during its crash, at some point during its crash, or afterwards. That's when we can look forward to seeing that life-changing pump that we've all been waiting for. But it not only applies to the memes as well, it applies to the blue chips. The blue chips like XRP, ADA, XLM, and all the folks that have been waiting for them to pump significantly, this also will happen just as it did in the past. At some point during Bitcoin's crash or slightly thereafter, these blue chips are also going to pump hard. They're going to pump significantly, guys, because the same thing applies. But as far as the instructions that was given to me by Yah, it appears that some of the prophetic memes, because that's what I'm holding right now, I'm not holding any blue chips, will take off before the blue chips, because the instruction was to use the proceeds from the meme coins to purchase into the blue chips. So I'm thinking that the memes will pop, the prophetic memes that is, will pop up. Not to say that other memes won't pop off as well. I can only speak about what I was shown for myself, and specifically what I was shown by the Lord. So the prophetic memes, they will pop at some time during Bitcoin's crash. I'm talking significantly. And then shortly thereafter, the blue chips will also take off as well. And right now, because Bitcoin is in the spotlight and taking all of the attention, taking up all of the liquidity and all of the market dominance, these other coins can't thrive. They can't pump the way that we would want them to. You see, not until Bitcoin tumbles significantly. The attention needs to be shifted from Bitcoin. Even currently, they're still saying that Bitcoin is going up to $150,000 to $200,000. So everyone's still focusing on Bitcoin. Everyone's preaching to buy Bitcoin still. You see, that's what mainstream media is saying continuously. And I've been telling you guys, don't ever even think to buy Bitcoin at these prices. The time will come when I'll be shouting and I'll be telling everyone to buy Bitcoin. But that time is definitely not now. And most certainly not at these prices. Because we're gonna get significantly lower prices than what we're seeing right now. It's all a matter of timing. And these folks that are telling people to put all their savings in Bitcoin, it's either they lack knowledge or experience or vision. You see, because I can't even understand why in the world would they be telling people to buy Bitcoin at these prices. It doesn't even matter if it's just going to get up and do a 2x or a 1x. That is irrelevant, because that's not the best move. It most certainly is not. There are way better moves to make in this market. And from my experience and what Yah has shown to me, the best moves currently, right now, is the prophetic meme coins. You want to be in the prophetic meme coins that are basically at zero. Now, speaking of which, last week, Sunday night, Yah had given me a vision where I saw two waves of liquidity coming to the markets. Now, I shouldn't say coming to the markets in general. I'm going to use my personal interpretation and say that the liquidity, I believe it's coming to the meme coins, because that's what I'm invested in. And that's the only way it would make sense, is if it's coming to the meme coins, because I currently don't own any blue chips. The only thing that I own are some of the prophetic meme coins. Now, in this vision, Yah showed me two waves of liquidity. The first wave was big, but the second one that came behind it was even bigger. It was bigger than the first wave. And it forced these coins to go to a higher level. Both waves did. So these coins were extremely low, even below ground level in this experience. And these waves of liquidity forced them up to newer levels, to higher levels. And again, from my interpretation, this is my interpretation, I'm thinking that when it forced them up to those levels, they won't go back to where they were. So folks who hadn't gotten into these prophetic meme coins, they're going to miss out, because it's very possible that they'll never, ever return back to those levels, which is the levels that they're currently at today, right now. Many are going to miss out. Other people that are going to want to get in, they're going to have to get in at these new levels that these prophetic meme coins are going to spike to. They're going to pump up to these levels and stay there. I mean, naturally, the way coins or these, whichever coins pump is they go up and down, up and down. So we're not going to escape that. They're going to pump, have a pullback, and then pump to higher levels. That's the natural market movements. But what I'm saying is they're going to go to new levels, just like what Shiba Inu did, and they're going to stay at those levels. So many people are going to miss out. They're going to have to get in at higher levels and buy in at a much higher price. So that's what Yah had shown to me. Now, I can only guess as to what could have caused those two very massive waves of liquidity to come into the markets. And one of them, I'm guessing, has to do with Bitcoin falling, Bitcoin crashing, allowing the liquidity to shift to these other coins, to the meme coins. I'm imagining that's one of them. However, it could be other events, quite possibly something else in the macroeconomic space that would have contributed to this. I don't know. I have no idea. I know that one of them could be Bitcoin crashing and having the liquidity shifting to these other coins. But all I know is that they're coming because Yah showed it to me. And this was last week, Sunday. So you guys can also expect that as well. That is actually good news. And there were very big waves. They came in sudden without any warning. And it will drive these very low capped prophetic meme coins. It will drive their prices up higher. And they're going to go up there and stay at new levels, guys. That is exciting news. So you guys might want to stock up more on your prophetic meme coins if you can. I intend to stock up on some more because I feel underexposed, which means that there's more that I want to get. I don't have the amount that I think that I should have. So I'm going to try to get some more as well in preparation, because you don't want, when this thing kicks off, you're going to be feeling like, oh my goodness, I should have gotten some more if I had known. You do know, because I'm telling you, and God is guiding many of you guys out there. What I'm telling you is just confirmation on top of what Yah has already shown to many of you guys. So yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to share with you for this video. You guys take care until next time. Peace.